Okay, so there's a lot to talk about because there's E3 going on and everything like that, but I don't really watch E3. I don't really care about E3. All I hear on Twitter is people whining, crying, and complaining about how bad E3 currently is. But one thing I do want to talk about is the Xbox One and Project Scorpio. I had some things to say about the console. I had some things to say about its potential, its possibilities earlier throughout the day because a lot of people were tweeting me. And I'm glad I got to, sit down, think about it, fully digest it because what I was saying earlier on Twitter, I believe I was wrong. I'll come out right now and I'll say it. Before, I'm thinking that there is no possible way, it's not going to happen, a 4K console can't exist, we're not there yet. But then I'm thinking, remember when I said that VR was pushing the need for more powerful hardware? Well, guess what, people? Here we are. Now, what I'm talking about is how we are not ready for 4K gaming, is because what I'm seeing on Digital Foundry, what I'm seeing on people's benchmarks and things of that nature. What we usually see in regards to PC gaming at 4K is people running a game at 4K, boosting the settings to max, and then running it at 60 frames per second. We are seeing a game literally stress testing a video card. Console games don't ever do this. They don't ever run a game at max settings, whether it's on a PlayStation 3, a PlayStation 4, or an Xbox 360. So, why I made the mistake to think that using a theorized gameplay scenario of the Xbox Scorpio, that these games be running at max settings at a stress induced environment where you're trying to stress test the entire system, the GPU, the graphics card, the CPU, whatever. Why I was thinking that is beyond me because most people aren't going to be playing any kind of game 1080p, 4K, 1440p, whatever, max settings, AA, all the way maxed out, trying to stress out the hardware, period. These are benches done by Digital Foundry and Tom's Hardware, Linus, whatever, for a reason because you're trying to stress the hardware. But when you are actually playing a game, you are never playing games under these super stressful settings. The only thing I disagree is with what Phil Spencer said. There will be no compromises. Clearly, there will be compromises because I doubt they're going to be running super sampling or Uber sampling or 8x MSAA or whatever kind of ridiculous anti aliasing at 4K resolution. They're not going to be doing it. But looking at the video card and objectively speaking, 6 teraflops, that's around the power of somewhere between a 980 and a 980 Ti, more closer leaning towards a 980 Ti. This thing can indeed, yes, I'm admitting it. I am not ashamed to admit it because I think things through before making videos, but I believe this thing can, yeah. This will be the console that ushers in 4K gaming. Now, I don't understand if this is going to be a next generation console, but I think it's going to be an extension of the Xbox One brand, and it's going to be marked up as a premium console. So, how expensive this thing is going to be, I don't really know. But one thing that I do know is the tagline, the most powerful console ever, well, the Xbox One brand won't be the butt of any jokes on Digital Foundry anymore, I'll tell you that much. I jumped the gun a bit, but now that I calmed down, I thought about it and I thought about actually playing games under real world environments as opposed to benchmarking environments. Yeah, I believe that the Xbox Scorpio can and will play games at 4K. The only thing I'm worried about, only thing I'm wondering about is what is the price point going to be.